How y'all doing? Hope everything has been going good in y'all life. I like to tell you that I'm asking God to continue to help and to teach you about Him. I'm gonna say this is one of the hardest is video that I have an opportunity I try to put on. For 2 weeks, I've been trying to put this here video on. Some this and that and this and that. But I'm praying and hoping that the God of Israel gonna let this one here go through. Now, I'm gonna make another one right after this here, talking about the black history, and I'm gonna talk about the God of Israel today. Because he told me they are trying to take his name and do away with his name. So I began to do some research on it, and I seen how I used to was able just to pull it up. And they done changed the name to Yahweh when it was the God of Israel. Now it's Yahweh. Now, I never knew very much about Yahweh, no more than what they told me that it means the God of Israel name in that language. It means the same thing. So as I began to do research on it, and then I go according to what the Bible say, and then it just ain't adding up. It just ain't making sense to me. So I want to do like the God of Israel to tell me to do. I want you to tell the peoples about me. And the thing that I have already done. Now I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm asking the God of Israel to take over this here body here, for he can tell you how he feel. Now the closest I can go the way that he will feel, I had to go to like a father, a mother. Now, according to the scriptures, there's one God. Now you say, for instance, I'm God. And y'all are my people. I'm not saying I am. I'm just trying to put it the way that he want me to let you know what he have went through. And I'm going to try to put it together that you can understand what he's saying. Now, in the beginning, I made everything. I made the sun, I made the moon, I made it all. I made Adam. And from Adam's generation, I made Abraham. Abraham through Isaac. And from Isaac on down to the line of Jacob. From Jacob line, he did something there. He gave Jacob a name. He called him Israel. Now, according to history, God people is called by his name. If the God of Israel, I'm saying right now, changed Jacob's name to Israel, then he must be the God of Israel. Do you understand what I'm saying? He said, my people is called by my name. If his people that he chose is Israel, then that makes him be the God of Israel. Okay. Now from Jacob, here comes Joseph. Joseph was Jacob's son. He used to have visions, right? And because he had these visions, he was able to help King Pharaoh to solve his vision. And he was able to save the land of all over, even in Egypt. He was able to save his father now because he was able to put it together because the God of Israel was teaching him. See, it didn't that Jacob didn't know who the God of Israel was because he come from his father Jacob. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jacob taught them. He said, hear ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. So he knew the God of Israel, right? Okay. So Joseph had these visions, and he helped the king out. And then they went into bondage for 400 years there. Ain't like they didn't know nothing about the God of Israel, because they did know about the God of Israel. Okay. Now here come Moses, was of the same seed of Joshua, named right there. These were black men and black women that was in captivity here. Do you understand? If you do some research, then you'll see more and more, there's so much truth out there about who we are now. It's no reason for us not to understand what I'm talking about right here today. Look around and do your own research. See if I'm lying or see if I'm telling the truth. And if I'm telling the truth, then you ought to join in with this said God right here. Now, Jacob, through Jacob's seed, here come Moses, right? Now, Moses was the one who the God of Israel had chose. Now they said, I am that I am. Now when Moses was talking to the God of Israel on the mountain, he was asked a question, what should I tell the peoples? See, the peoples already knew about the God of Israel already now. He said, go down there and tell them I am that I am, because they already know who I am. Do you understand? And that's in, I will put them up. I will put them up for you. The ones I call, I'm going to put them up. That way you can kind of see where I'm at. Okay. And then once it's an Exodus, the 3rd chapter, and the 13, 14, and the 15th verse right there. And when he was talking about asking God of Israel, what should he tell the people? See, it was a question. Now, you know, I am that I am is not a name for a God. It's saying, I want you to go down and tell them, I am. I am that I am. They know who I am. But now listen to this here. I said Moses knew who the God of Israel was, right? In Exodus, the 5th chapter, in the 1st and 2nd verse, when Aaron and Moses came to Pharaoh now, do you know what I'm saying? He said that the Lord God of Israel said, let my people go. See, the people already knew who the God was. But Pharaoh acted like he didn't know. But when Moses came to Pharaoh, the God of Israel told him to tell Pharaoh that the Lord God of Israel said, let my people go. Now read that. That was the God of Israel. Now, they said Yahweh come from the part of I am, part from Jacob, apart from Jeremiah, and apart from Jesus. All the J's, some way like this here. Do your research. Do your research. Now, God's name ain't that complicated. Jeremiah called the God of Israel's name. Did you hear what I'm saying? Jeremiah did. Read in Jeremiah and see what name he called. Jesus was calling and teaching the God of Israel's name. These are names, so how can you put anything else? Now, if you're getting I am with Joseph, Jeremiah, and Jesus, so you saying Yahweh didn't come in to act Jesus, but the God of Israel was back there with Moses. It's time for the two powerhouses to come together. The thing that they had never wanted you to know. That Bible in King James Bible, it tells you if you add anything to it, if you take anything from it, he's going to add or take away from the book of life. Now, what did they add to that Bible? First of all, they added white pictures. They wouldn't count on a black man and a black woman to ever learn how to read. They put all those white pictures about Jesus and Mary, Lord's Supper, everything white. But that's not how it was. These were black men and women here. You don't know who you are yet. You have to come to the knowledge of who you are, because you don't know yet. See, and if you know, then you know that the God of Israel is your God then. See, now, Noah came from that same line now. He had a son. I want you to do some history. And his son, he was a black man. He went over in Africa. And he built most of all of Africa over there. We the same people who they went over there and got. The same, our history. That's why they used to sing the same song. No matter what plantation they were, they used to sing that same song. Way down in Egypt, God sent Moses and told Pharaoh to let my people go. There was Israelites. How they know this? How all of them sing the same song? Because they was connected to the God of Israel. We got to come back and be connected to our God. They done gave it all kinds of God. We serving too many gods. If it's just one God, this God is of the white, black, Puerto Rican, every race it is. But you, black man and black woman, you are lost from your house, and it's time for you to come back to your God. They done lied, not us, to the black man and the black woman. They done lied to all of them. All of us. All of us. They done lied to about God. If it weren't God, then it shouldn't be no more division. Anytime man want to be ruled over, he got to come up with a rule and a God. Let me tell you about the devil. And I'm going to leave this alone until I make that next video. But these verses I told you, I'm going to put them in there. The devil got to have a body, y'all. God of Israel got to have a body. Now, according to St. John, He said that the devil is a liar, he's a thief, he's a murderer, and he abideth not in the truth. This got to be in somebody. Okay, we living in the book of Revelation right now today. In the book of Revelation, somewhere about the 20th chapter, till we almost at the end already, see what I'm saying? It was talking about the devil got to be loose for a little season. Can't you see what he's doing? He's loose. Oh, yeah. Now, the devil got his children. Look at his doggone children. Whatever he say is what they do. If he turn right, they're going to turn right. They turn left, they're going to turn left. Whatever he say. The devil is a spirit, but it needs a body. Now, I hope y'all gain a thought on this here. I'm going to put these here verses down. And I'm just happy that I'm going to be able to get this one here down through. I've been trying for a while. I'm going to say peace and love.